All right, it's time to be honest with yourself, and you need to start working on your social skills. Yes, if you've been on a self-improvement journey that you're probably going to gym, working hard on your job or whatever you do, right? Probably eating right and everything, but those were all the easier part in self-improvement. The hard part is social skills. Social skills are like muscles. If you don't use it, we'll lose it. And it's so important because opportunity comes from people. And how do we connect with people? We connect with people through our social skills. But in this day and age where we are basically scrolling rather than talking to new people, texting rather than calling people, there's not like a thing where we are trying to check up on people anymore. Everybody's so isolated through devices, or just how like our society has been restructured is nowadays you rarely see people going out and talking to each other. Usually everyone, probably a lot of them, have like AirPods or headphones, including me, where we limit our exposure to people. But what we don't realize is that in our 20s, the people we meet could in future be our future spouse, or it could be our like boss or like a business partner, our friend. But we are limiting those opportunities because we live in a world where becoming more social, like talking and stuff, has been reduced. Like I rarely see, or I myself rarely go out of my way to talk to more people. But before, I remember I would go out and do that, and I realized what changed. What changed was that I put like this self limiting belief in my head, was like, oh, I'm more of like an introvert. But that's really not true. You're basically avoiding. But the thing is, if you don't learn how to hold eye contact with people when you're talking to them, if you don't learn how to start a conversation, another important part of conversation is listening. People think that becoming a good conversationalist, how do you say that? Becoming a good at social settings is about like talking more, but it's actually about more listening more and asking right questions, right follow-up questions. If you could truly just listen to people, pay attention to them with while holding eye contact and just asking them good follow-up questions, like 90% of your social problems will be gone. But we need to learn that, right? Because that's how all the opportunities are going to come to you. You could be the most talented, hardest working, smartest person out there, like self-discipline, good shape, everything. You're 10 out of 10 in every. But if you cannot talk to people, hold conversations with them, opportunities are not going to come to you. You have to go out there and present yourself, represent yourself, and expose yourself to more people. And that's how you're going to get opportunities. Because there's this like cliche like saying in like self-improvement that your uh, network is your net worth. But I always said, what, that's stupid, goofy, like. But I think a good way to put it is like, in life, if you're trying to achieve better things for yourself, doing it just by yourself is going to be tremendously harder, whereas you could just get people's help. And how do you get people's help? You have to go out there, either you pay them or you make a connection with them, and then you can get the information out of it. But we need to build our social skills. If you are someone who sees themselves being in a marriage relationship in the future, and I'm assuming if you're watching my channel, you're mostly like guys, but girls also, if you watch my channel. But you 9 out of 10, not even 9 out of 10, I would say 10 out of 10 times, like you would have to go walk up to a girl and ask and introduce yourself and ask her for her number and go out on a date. Like you would have to take the lead. Like it'd be really, really rarely that a girl will come up to you and ask for your information or ask about you. Like guys always have to approach girls. So if you do not develop your social skills right now when you're young, you're gonna have hard time in dating market. What do you think dating is? Dating is basically introducing yourself to each other. That's the first part. And a lot of guys cannot even do that. And that a lot of guys, I'm also one of those guys where I have gotten better at it, but I still need to do more work and improve myself, like talking to girls. Because growing up, people like in schools and stuff, like you would just talk to like in your group, right? It'd be like nerds, athletes, and stuff. Like you don't really have to think of social skills that much. But when you're in college and then in your workplace, social skills matter a lot because your charisma, how you carry yourself into a room, that radiates the energy. And if you are more charismatic, you will have a higher chance of being promoted in social play, like workplaces. So now we know that, okay, social skills are important and we need to work on them because it's rare that someone genuinely puts their effort into developing social skills. No one is born with it, right? But we could work on it and improve it. So one thing we could do is we could talk to new people every day. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, one whole person every single day. But bro, I just sit in my room for 12 hours a day and I just don't do anything. I just go to like 3 different places. I just go from work to gym to home or to grocery store. Well, if you go to grocery store, you could at least say hi and hello to the cashier, right? So that's like one person. If you go to a gym, you can say hi and hello to people in the front desk, or you can say hi or hello to guy who's working or someone, or if you are at work while you are getting your coffee for the day, you can say hi or hello to whoever is getting coffee with you, but you have to go out of your way and start conversations. And I'm not trying to tell you that you got to be like, ask for their like whole life details. Just be like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? Good morning. How are you today? Good morning. Just good morning will work too. Good evening. If you like, hey, how many sets you have? Oh, 2 more? Okay, I'll wait for it. Just like small sentences going out of your way and saying it out loud. And you might think, oh, I could do all of that. Okay, nice. So you move on to the step 2. You go talk to a new girl every single day. And now, when I say this, I don't mean that, oh, you go out of your way, go talk to a new girl, meaning like ask for her number and digits. No, you just go walk up to her and introduce yourself and, hey, how are you? I thought you were really cute. What's your name? And you go blah, 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 my major, this, that, Well, nice. It was nice meeting you. Have a good day. And just walk away. Do not get her digits. Do not get her Instagram or anything. Just have a conversation like you would have with your friend, And you got to keep building on that. And once you have this social skills going on, like if you're building it up for a month or 2 months, and when you go out now in like random places, you will have so much easier time talking and connecting with new people. And your life will have so much more fun. And out of this, the social skill is kind of a thing where you could take it and it applies to all areas of your life. Because as humans, we are designed to live in like a society. Humans weren't designed to live by themselves. You would go crazy and nuts. That's why a lot of people who are like depressed always are like locked up in their room, or never have their windows open, like never go out. And isolation will make you more depressed. And that's why, like, as humans, social skills are so, so, so important. And I hate that schools and colleges don't talk about it that much. Like, even in college, I only had one communication class, and it wasn't even more about like connecting with people, but it was more about like presentations, public speaking presentations. But if you think that, okay, going up and talking to a new person is so much more harder, Start with your phone, just pull up your phone, record your saying hi, hello, how are you? Like, practice introducing yourself. And you might say, well, that's stupid. Who would do it? Who does that? Like, a lot of people do that. For like job interview, I'm in grad school right now. So before we go for like a job interview, we have like a mock interview where it's like a website where they just ask us questions and then we record ourselves and then send it back. And then they give you us like the grade for it, like, oh, how did you do? You were using too many filler words. Sometimes I felt like you weren't that confident talking to it, because the thing with is like, if you can get good with like speaking to like a camera setting, right? You in real world, you're gonna kill it. Because with cameras, it's like, okay, right now I'm talking, right? Like my first video on YouTube channel, if you see that, like I was way more nervous, awkward, and like I wasn't able to really articulate myself properly and like show my emotions to like a camera because it's like an object. You don't see any reaction. Like right now when I'm talking, I don't see like any reaction or anything. So there's like no feedback for me to like, see how my tone is going and how they are reacting. But like if you can get good with like talking to cameras and stuff, like when you're in like real world scenario, talking to people would be piece of cake because you get a feedback. You could have their like you could look them in their eyes and it's so much more easier. Like you think that being social and being it's so much harder, but it's actually so much easier. Like think about so many people have anxiety, fear, like so much fear that even like saying hi, hello to a new person. Everyone is so shut in. They're on their phone constantly 24/7. Like they don't even remember last time they like met new person. Like that's so weird. Think about like that's so absurd to think about. When was the last time that you talked to a new person? Think about it. Like you just talk to your same people, your mom and dad and your 3 or 4 friends. That's it. Then you don't talk to anyone else. And that's how everyone else is. But if you are truly trying to get a better life, more opportunity for yourself, you have to go out there. You have to socialize with people because opportunities come with people. The people who are most smartest, hardest working will not always get what they want. Like there might be an instance and time where people just get job because they know the person, even though they're less qualified. And that's how it works. Like you want to say, oh, that's not good. World is so unfair, this and that. Bro, that's the way the game is. You either play the game or you just quit, like complain all day. But you need to get social. So starting today, all right, walk up to a new person. Just say hi, hello. Just say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That's it. One sentence. Introduce yourself. Go talk to new people out there. If you're someone who wants to date, who wants to get married in future, go up and go talk to this new girl that you find attractive. Stop being like, oh, she probably has a boyfriend. Oh, I don't know this and that. Bro, stop thinking too much. Just go walk up to her and introduce yourself. And if she says, oh, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, well, oh, take it as a compliment and then walk away. All right? So go out there and practice your social skills. Become the social butterfly.